Parliament continued its debate on the Committee of Supply with the Ministry of Communications and Information rounding up the issues under the theme of a nation of opportunity. The ministry outlined plans to keep Singapore and Singaporeans connected. The focus then shifted to the National Development Ministry, and while the minister acknowledged the issue of housing had been a hot potato topic in recent years, Mr. Boon said he's more relaxed this year. So relaxed, in fact, he found time to joke about his own eye bags.
In last year's MND COS, I suffered 40 COS cuts. This year, there were only 27. So clearly, our efforts to cool the housing market are producing results. Madam, I was going to say that even my eyeballs, my eye bags have shrunk. But at the washroom just now, I checked you. They have not.
On behalf of GPC members, I would like to thank our compassionate minister and his team for working very hard. But I'm very sorry that your eye bags will not grow smaller anytime sooner because there are issues to resolve.
The Housing and Development Board is making changes to encourage buyers and sellers to focus on the total price of a flat when negotiating a deal. Currently, negotiations are often based on a cash premium paid for a unit, otherwise known as Cash-Over-Valuation, after getting a valuation. Starting from 5 p.m. today, HDB will only accept valuation requests from flat buyers after the option to purchase is signed.
Many resale flats have been sold at or below valuation in recent times, and National Development Minister Boon therefore says it is timely to make changes.
HDB will rationalise the process of price negotiations and restore the original intention of valuation, which is to help buyers get a housing loan. Negotiating based on price rather than COV will take some getting used to. However, it is a useful move for long-term market stability.
Under current practices, sellers request a valuation from the HDB. That is often used as a base price. A deal is then negotiated based on how much more or less one is willing to pay. This is otherwise known as the COV. A seller then grants an option to purchase to the buyer, who with valid loan documents then exercises this option. But with the announced changes, sellers will not be allowed to get a valuation report from the HDB. Instead, both sellers and buyers negotiate using the latest transacted price. Sellers then grant the option to purchase, following which a buyer can request a valuation report and with valid loan documents can exercise the option. Under the new rule, buyers will have 21 days instead of 14 to exercise their option.
Going forward, HDB will publish the prices of resale transactions daily as soon as the transactions are registered. This is compared to the previous practice of having fortnightly updates only when the transactions are approved. Mr. Khaw says this way buyers and sellers can refer to the latest market information during price negotiations.
Some property analysts say changes in the behavior of buyers and sellers will take time.
This immediate implementation of such a rule will likely create a more conscious effort in the minds of buyers particularly. Am I paying the right price? Will I be affected by any of this valuation that did not match up to the price that I've agreed?
If the buyer does not exercise his option, he will lose his deposit of up to $1,000. So buyers have to plan ahead.
Before the buyer goes house hunting, he should actually clear the part about how much loan he is able to get. So applying for the HLE letter from HDB, if you're taking a HDB loan, or if you're taking a bank loan, then you should speak with a banker to have an in-principle approval, approximate loan amount that you can get.
As for the government's property cooling measures, Mr. Khaw said it would still be premature to withdraw the measures as prices are still rising, even if it's at a slower rate.